Hey everybody, this is Spishak Sorbet from PNP, and today I have got 15 minutes to show you every button on Photoshop. So, alright, let's get started. Our marquee, if you right click most of these buttons, by the way, if you right click them, it will come up with a sub menu, if you will, of things that you can use. For marquee, we're going to choose rectangular marquee to show you today. Obviously, if you hold down your left mouse button and drag to your destination and let go, it will actually cause a selection to happen. Now, this is called a selection. Doesn't look much different, but if you... okay, we're on a background layer, so whenever I move this, it's going to turn white underneath. Okay. Also, another thing that you want to know about Photoshop is there is a way to undo whatever you have done. And it is under Edit and Step Back. If you do have a marquee and you don't want it anymore, one thing that I do is I just, select and click. And away goes the marquee. So we have just showed you a move and marquee. Our next thing is polygonal, our lassos basically. Our basic lasso is pretty simple. You just draw with it. And whenever you're done, you return back or let go. And it will finish it for you. And this is basically what you just saw, but with a twist. You can draw wherever you want it to be, and it's not just a square box. Again, you just grab your marquee tool, click, boom, gone. The polygonal is pretty simple too. You click and you move this line wherever you want it to go. So I'm going to move it to this corner, and then I'm going to drag it to this corner, and then I'm going to drag it back, and there's our marquee. You click, 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 and then you come back to wherever you started, and you click again, and it will add to what you're looking at. That is your marquee. It is a selection. Obviously, we're going to go back up to marquee, click, boom, gone. A magnetic lasso tool is pretty cool. You just kind of draw where you basically want it to go, and it will think up, where you might want it to be. It's actually pretty accurate to a point. So, give that a shot if, maybe on a face or something. It could be kind of rough, but there is that. Again, we go up, click, boom, done. Our magic wand and quick select tools. Quick select is sort of like if you brushed out a selection. It's like using a brush to do it, and it just kind of helps you out wherever you're going with it. It's sort of, from what information it gathered so far, it just kind of thinks up, okay, this must be where you're wanting to go with it, and it completes your idea. We go back again and click with our marquee, and it goes away. Magic wand tool, it sort of attempts to do the same thing with one click. It's a little bit more fidgety than the rest, so you end up using you hold shift down, you end up adding to it to I guess add all the selections that you want. Yeah, that's the best to describe this. So yeah, I guess it's just a little more precise. So there's that. Again, we go up to marquee, click, done. Another thing that we want to do is crop tool. Crop tool is pretty cool. If you click and drag, just like a marquee, obviously, and you let go, it's going to turn it black. And then if you hit enter or return, it actually crops out everything but what you selected. Okay. Alright. So let's step back. It's a great tool. This is your eyedropper. And rulers, and all your, I guess every program pretty much has these. Well, the great thing about Photoshop one is when you click and hold, it tells you what it's gonna be and what it is now. The bottom half of the circle is what it is now, and when you drag along, it tells you what it's going to be, and then you let go, and it changes color. The ruler tool, you basically you draw out. Say I want to know the length of, I don't know, this black blob here, and I want it to be the same over here. Well, I can move this, I guess, ruler around wherever I want it by just dragging out, drag and let go, and it is a ruler. So that's kind of cool. Our next thing is patch tool. Let's see, what do I want to patch? I don't know. Let's patch all this crap up here. So you draw out where you want it to patch, then you drag it down, and it tries to attempt to patch whatever you have selected to whatever you're selecting. So when you draw it down to here, what it's going to do is it's going to first it's going to paste that image into there, and then it's going to try to blur or kind of help blend that image to what's around it. So as you see, it is attempted to do that by adding this, and then it completely added all this stuff here by just I guess creating a gradient and blurring it together. So there's your patch tool. Your spot healing brush is nice for certain areas. It's blemishes on faces. So is your healing brush tool, but there is a difference. Continue. Because it's on this one. I guess, okay, so you click this area, and then you go up here, and you see it's got that area here selected. So you can add exactly what you just saw. To wherever you're at. I guess, that's pretty cool, I guess. Your paintbrush, your brush tools and whatnot, that's pretty simple. A brush tool is a brush tool, and you can paint just like that. Another thing is, let's see, I've got 7 minutes here. Your clone stamp tool is kind of cool. Now, one thing I love to use is the bracket keys. It would probably show up on your screen as I hit it, so you'll know which bracket key I'm talking about. If you notice, when I move around, it kind of it has this weird image in the center of it that is just not right. Well, it kind of helps clone what you see. Isn't that neat? So that's your clone tool, your eraser and background eraser. Now I'm going to show you background eraser because I love this thing. The color that you pick, it is going to remove the hell out of it. It has removed the red. Alright, so the one thing that I have changed is the size. I maxed out my size. because I use this to remove blue screens out of pictures of people. Your eraser is your eraser. Your magic eraser does this. It basically selects areas like your magic wand, but instead of just marking around it, it erases it. See, this is my selection if I were to select that. Okay. Now I'll take my magic eraser, and it's done the same thing, but it just erased it. Your gradient tool is neat. It comes with gradient and paint bucket. Let me paint bucket, and as you see, it fills everything of like area to whatever you have in your color. So let me change it to white, and we'll try gradient. Let me check my time here. We've still got about 4 minutes, so we're good on time. If you left click and drag wherever you want it to fade out to, and let go, it starts here, and I want it to start here, and I want it to fade out to here. One thing is, if you start in the middle and you go in, everything before that turns completely white. Let's see, your blur tool, well, obviously it blurs things. Your sharpen, it'll sharpen things back up. Dodge tool will lighten things up. As you see this red piece here, I'm gonna make one pass. It makes a small difference, but if you keep going, it will turn it completely white. Burn tool does the complete opposite. If you keep going, it will turn it completely black. Let's see here, text. If you want to add text, you do the same as the marquee tool. The only difference is now you can type into it. Text. You can change your text color from up here in this box. And you can change your size of your text box here, but if you click off or choose another selection, what you will have is a different box. If you stretch this box, it will change the font size. The one last thing I want to show you, I'm running out of time here, is these are shapes. There's a lot of really cool funky things that you can do with them, but basically if you make a shape, it will show that shape, and no matter how much stretching you do to it or funky stuff, unless you rasterize it, it will always keep its crispness. And that is what you want to use if you're going to do templates, because well, obviously you're going to be moving around, doing all kinds of cool stuff with it, so it's not a one-time thing, and that's what you want, is shapes. I hope this helps you. I know it's pretty quick, so just, you know, restart the video, watch the movements. I had 15 minutes maximum, and we're at 14, so, you know, I couldn't really do much about the time. So thank you very much. Please rate, comment, I am me in world at Spishak Sorbet, and have a great day.